Studies on the demographics of atheism have concluded that self-identified atheists comprise anywhere from 2% to 13% of the world's population, whereas people without a religion comprise anywhere from 10% to 22% of the world's population. Several polls have been conducted by Gallup International. In their 2012 poll of 57 countries, 13% of respondents were convinced atheists, and in their 2015 poll of 65 countries 11% were convinced atheists. In Scandinavia, Germany, the Netherlands and East Asia, and particularly in China, atheists and the non-religious are the majority. Of the global atheist and non-religious population, 76% reside in Asia and the Pacific, while the remainder reside in Europe, North America, Latin America and the Caribbean, Sub-Saharan Africa and the Middle East and North Africa. In Africa and South America, atheists are typically in the single digits. According to Pew Research Center's 2012 global study of 230 countries and territories, 16% of the world's population is not affiliated with a religion, while 84% are affiliated. Furthermore, the global study noted that many of the unaffiliated, which include atheists and agnostics, still have various religious beliefs and practices. Historical records of atheist philosophy span several millennia. Atheistic schools are found in early Indian thought, and have existed from the times of the historical Vedic religion. Western atheism has its roots in pre-Socratic Greek philosophy, but did not emerge as a distinct worldview until the late Enlightenment. Discrepancies exist among sources as to how atheist and religious demographics are changing. Social scientific assessment of the extent of atheism in various populations is problematic. First, in most of the world outside of East Asia, most populations are believers in either a monotheistic or polytheistic system. Consequently, questions to assess non-belief often take the form of any negation of the prevailing belief, rather than an assertion of positive atheism, and these will then be accounted accurately to rising atheism. According to the 2012 Gallup International survey, the number of atheists is on the rise across the world, with religiosity generally declining. However, other global studies have indicated that global atheism may be in decline due to irreligious countries having the lowest birth rates in the world and religious countries having higher birth rates in general. The demographics of atheism are substantially difficult to quantify. Different people interpret atheism and related terms differently, and it can be hard to draw boundaries between atheism, non-religious beliefs, and non-theistic religious and spiritual beliefs. Furthermore, atheists may not report themselves as such to prevent suffering from social stigma, discrimination, and persecution in some countries. Because some governments have strongly promoted atheism and others have strongly condemned it, atheism may be either over-reported or under-reported for different countries. There is a great deal of room for debate as to the accuracy of any method of estimation, as the opportunity for misreporting a category of people without an organizational structure is high. Also, many surveys on religious identification ask people to identify themselves as agnostics or atheists, which is potentially confusing, since these terms are interpreted differently, with some identifying themselves as being agnostic atheists. Additionally, many of these surveys only gauge the number of irreligious people, not the number of actual atheists, or group the two together. For example, research indicates that the fastest growing religious status may be no religion in the United States, but this includes all kinds of atheists, agnostics, and theists. Non-religious people make up 9.66%, while 1/5 of them are atheists. Statistics on atheism are often difficult to represent accurately for a variety of reasons. Atheism is a position compatible with other forms of identity. Some atheists also consider themselves agnostic, Buddhist, Hindu, Jains, Taoist, or hold other related philosophical beliefs. Some, like secular Jews and Shintoists, may indulge in some religious activities as a way of connecting with their culture, all the while being atheist. Therefore, given limited poll options, some may use other terms to describe their identity. Some politically motivated organizations that report or gather population statistics may, intentionally or unintentionally, misrepresent atheists. Survey designs may bias results due to the nature of elements such as the wording of questions and the available response options. Statistics are generally collected on the assumption that religion is a categorical variable. Instruments have been designed to measure attitudes toward religion, including one that was used by L. Thurstone. This may be a particularly important consideration among people who have neutral attitudes, as it is more likely that prevailing social norms will influence the responses of such people on survey questions that effectively force respondents to categorize themselves either as belonging to a particular religion or belonging to no religion. A negative perception of atheists and pressure from family and peers may also cause some atheists to disassociate themselves from atheism. Misunderstanding of the term may also be a reason some label themselves differently.